Hey, Vox here. So, I want to talk about the most feared, some tips and tricks, and some of the glitches going on right now. First off, this glitch. Basically, the community's kind of found out that if you play a few practice mode games, name is Jurisco, so hopefully he did a good job finding this. If you play practice mode in Superstar, you get a lot of XP, free candy. I won this game, so I got like XP and a lot of stuff right here. But apparently, you could just like let them score and run out the back of the end zone and lose it and get XP. Also, you only do it like 8, 9 times, 10 times. I think they said is the max for the XP. But basically, get your field pass done quickly. Okay, so that is something you could do. As far as you want to play a skill, no, let's go back. So we have our so basically all I have to do is go into practice mode, okay, in your superstar, and then solo practice versus CPU. And then you just get to win, lose, you get the XP for the most feared field pass. So get that while the getting's good, to get it done, to get the XP. But let's talk about the rest of, like, that's not the only glitch we saw today, right? We also had login issues. I was able to get the login reward for this account, but I was not able to get the login reward for my Xbox No Money Spent account. So I don't know what's going on. Looks like login glitches are still here. And the funny thing is, so they took logins from some people, and it feels like they gave them to other people. EA and their infinite genius. Apparently, some people logged in and were getting all of their daily logins done for the most feared login calendar, right? They just had it basically pop, 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 just kept going and kept getting. So they've basically, they took our jobs and they gave them to other people. And they're all the way up through their day 21s or whatever reward. So that's cool. That's sweet, EA. I also don't know, talk about most feared nonsensical things is why aren't the most feared cards selling for, why are they selling for training and not for the candy corn? Have they ever done that before where these cards just randomly don't sell for the special currency? I don't know. I know EA hates market grinders and people that just like play MUT for MUT's sake. Oh, I can't quick sell them. Let's go to. I'll show it to you. It's just training. I should just filter. So it's a strange thing. I know for some reason EA's got in their mind that it needs to be a gameplay loop of only. See how it says 44 training. Only people that get into the game to grind it, and then you can, basically lose all your value in the MUT menus. I wish there was a little bit better of a ratio. I did an entire video about this. It's just frustrating to see it every single promo now. I end up creating a 25-25 most feared Steelers team. I don't think it's straight up better than either a 25 most feared or a 25 Steelers, but it was fun to get the combo going on because there's some cards here that I wouldn't be using, backup specifically. It still plays, pretty darn well. It still played pretty darn well, but for example, Pat Pete would not be starting here at CB2. Also, I'd have DK Metcalf over Pickens here at wide receiver 3 and get the +2 speed at that spot. So with that said, it was a fun little thing. People are asking me, hey, what's the best strat item? Best strat item. I think it's the Sinister Strength one. Give me +10 height so you can just, like, in that Monster Mash special, basically the max height you can get to is 7'4", okay? For some reason, it's capped. So if you get only +10 speed, Kyle Pitts he hits the cap. And then in those Monster Mash, if you ever face somebody that's not using the tall one, you just, can literally throw streaks past let up and then just, egg catch him, right? With triangle or Y. And that's just game blouses. So it's kind of overpowered. And yeah, sure, some guys not getting the +20 inches doesn't make them super freaks. And it makes Avante Maddox basically a real-life human being, which is kind of cool. But I think the +10 is the best because you don't lose speed on it. Also, the deep accuracy and zone ratings. At least earlier today, let me check again. Those actually negatives aren't actually a negative. That was a glitch. So yeah, zone coverage doesn't actually get hit, and neither does deep accuracy for your quarterback, even though it says it's supposed to get hit. So that's a big positive. Maybe there wasn't just not enough room left on the end of the card to fully encapsulate your team. This is a good spot for the sponsor, Rock Bottom Coins. Rock Bottom Coins is the #1 place to get your Madden coins. If you make coins for my videos, sell them to Rock Bottom. If you're buying, use my code GUTBOX for 10% off. Also, a lot of people are asking me, this is probably the most common question I got today, is how do they play squads? I'm surprised with how temporary server maintenance. Wait, what? Uh-oh. Are they patching that glitch? Did I get banned because of the glitch? Server maintenance? I'm looking at my timeline right now. I think they may be patching that glitch, getting it live. All right, so that glitch might be dead by the time you guys see this video, but still cool. I was able to get one done. Some people were able to get a lot done with it. Talk about the rest of it. So squads. In order to play squads, you need to put one of those strat items into your lineup. FYI, well, I got that question a lot today for squads. So that strat item that I talked about in my lineup, that is how you play squads. A lot of people questioned it. There it is. You need the strat item. For some reason, squads are locked behind it to help. Because I know squads oftentimes feel left out on a lot of things, so EA wanted to include them in this. But you're forced to use stuff like that for squads for the next little bit. Let's talk about the market and everything and re-rolls. And people say, like, I think most feared right now is like an 8 out of 10. People like hate the cards, which is fine. Most feared champion pack. Here's the step packs. That was kind of cool that EA included that because that was oftentimes frequently well asked questions. I think the biggest issues with most feared is the fact that the re-rolls suck, packs suck. The only thing that great are toppers. And so you have to put money into the game to get the great cards. But overall, like, you know, I keep saying this everything. Please make rolls and packs better. EA. Like, don't make us get killed right away. Now, 37K for this pack. I did pull a good card out of it, to be fair. I think I did pull 190 overall white hair out of it. So I did have a major W, but I also pulled a lot. I basically broke even on my packs because of how many packs I pulled versus the card I actually got. I think my favorite thing about EA is the scariest thing they can think of is a locker, right? You know they got shoved in lockers in high school, okay? And most of your packs will look just like this. So they've basically taken out their most feared nightmare, put it into our game, and it's not so much the animation that I fear as the cards behind it and the coin loss that goes along with it. So yeah, not getting treats and anything outside of the events and stuff, less than ideal. I'll say that, less than ideal, unfortunately. But what else I want to talk about? Rerolls. Okay, so they aren't good, right? They are terrible. Re-rolling with training, but there was an arbitrage opportunity. I don't know if it's still going on. For those that don't know what arbitrage, basically you're basically taking cheap training and converting it to an expensive training. So here, let me show you an example. I'll bring up the training spreadsheet for like overalls. I think this was earlier today. I have not updated since beginning of Thursday Night Football, which I watched. Kansas City, the Kansas City Swifts took down the Denver Russes. So, hey Denver, how much would it take for a Surtain? And Pittsburgh. How much you looking for out of for that guy? So anyways, basically taking cheap training of cards that you can buy cheap. I know 83 is really cheap earlier today when people pulled a lot of them out of packs. 34, 36, find snipes, and then convert them over to like 78s and 79s. Because you see how expensive these things are? And earlier they were even more expensive for most of your 78s because a lot of people were making those sets for the field pass and everything. But basically what is going on is I don't know if it's still arbitrageable. Let's take a look at what most feared are. Now we got a filter. The filter came like an hour or two late, which was hilarious. Well done, EA. Not having the filter up. So 78s right now, 4,900. That's still really nice. So there is absolutely a potential for arbitrage situation right there by buying cheap training, rolling into 78s and 79s, selling them on the block because people need those cards for the sets. Because even like most feared 80, these are like 12K now. Okay, that's fine. That's not a big deal. 80s. Oh, there was no 80s. So it's 78s, 83s, 87s. 87s at 110 or so. So most feared 87s overall. Stuck about this ratio. I know 84s because of the set went up in price a bit to like 30K-ish. Earlier, they're still at 30K-ish right now, 34 for some of them, just to do a set to get an 87. So that set helped keep the price of the 87s low. Because of that, we're kind of sitting where we're at. So that is kind of most feared. Overall, I said 8 out of 10. I think, you know, a lot of people are pissed at, like, the player choices, but, like, Von Miller, like, you know, top 3 edge of, like, the 2010s, in my opinion. We then have Pouncey, you know, maybe not Hall of Fame, but Hall of Fame adjacent type of player right there for the Steelers. I know Lyman, people don't really care about Lyman, so whatever. Buda Baker is a very solid defender, but you know, not many people are fans of Arizona. Judon has been incredible for New England, but again, edges. We got a lot of edges, I guess. So there wasn't like and Marshawn Lynch is a huge name too. So I don't know. The choices of cards themselves, they are boring for a lot of people. Cooper Kupp maybe was a little slow, but I think the problem with Cooper Kupp and stuff is they're figuring the 50-50 most feared theme team into the guys' speed as it is. So that like Cooper Kupp, they don't want to make him too fast. So they only give him 88 speed at 6'2", whereas like something that's super small isn't great, but it's still 91 speed, right? So he will play, but I've seen, you know, today in the gameplay, I saw people just throw at his face, and I was kind of sad for him not to make plays on it. So there you go. We'll see if the glitch is still working. That's my opinion on and some tips on most feared, at least grinding through it as far as what you can do for packs, cards, sniping opportunities, aplenty, of course, on any sort of day of promo. And that's the video. Goodbye.